Hey guys, Todd here. Today we're going to install the Ionic 51 series running boards on this 2019 new body style GMC Sierra. Now this is the same installation as the Chevy Silverado. One thing to keep in mind is on the 51 series running boards, they are mirror images of each other, driver's side to passenger side. To differentiate, the step pad and the end cap are going to have a slight angle back. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we are starting on the driver's side just behind the front tire. If we come along the rocker panel, we're going to find a set of holes. Now, if you've got a truck that's brand new and never had anything on there, these holes might actually cover up with little plugs. Just pop those out and you're going to have the threaded holes underneath. What we're going to do is grab our first bracket. All the brackets are exactly the same and they're going to line right up to those holes. Next, in your kit, you're going to find a bag that has some bolts, lock washers, and flat washers. If you find a bag that has bolts and nuts, that's not for this application here. That's going to be for applying the running board to the bracket. So what we're going to do, this is a metric bolt. We're going to go ahead and put that into the rocker panel at the bottom. Just going to put it on hand tight. And we're also going to go to the top location, use the same bolt, lock washer, and flat washer. Okay, next we're going to come back on the rocker panel. We're going to skip this location here where we got a hole, and then this plug right here is one I was talking about that covers up another factory hole. We're going to come back to actually the third bracket location, and we've got two holes here. We're going to take our next bracket, line it up to there, and that's going to install exactly the same way the last one did. Okay, now we're going to move back on the rocker panel to our next set of holes. Okay, now moving back to our final location, we've actually got two sets of holes. We can use either one. For the sake of this video, we're going to use the back set of holes. Okay, now we're going to turn our attention to the running board itself. In our second bolt pack in our bracket kit, we're going to have serrated flange nuts and bolts. We're going to insert those into the bottom side of the running board. So we're going to go ahead and flip the running board upside down. Now along here we're going to see a couple of tracks that we can slide the bolts in. What we do is take each bolt to the end of the board and we're going to do 4 bolts per track. And once those bolts are in there, we're going to evenly space those along the length of the running board. All right, next what we're going to do is place the board on top of the brackets. Once the board is in place, we're going to go ahead and move our bolts to the brackets, lift up, and let the bolts drop down into the slotted holes on the bracket. All right, next what we're going to do, since the board's not fastened down yet, we can go ahead and move it forward and backward, get it nice and centered on the cab of the truck. We also have some adjustability in and out. For the sake of this video, we're just going to pull it all the way in on the truck. And on all 4 brackets where the bolts are hanging down, go ahead and attach your serrated flange nuts. Okay, now that we have the board exactly where we want it, we can go back and tighten the nuts that hold the brackets to the boards. Once we get all the brackets tightened down to the boards, we can then go back and tighten the brackets to the rocker panel using a 13 millimeter. Make sure you don't over tighten these and don't use an impact driver. Okay, now we've tightened down all 4 brackets on the driver's side along with the running board. We're going to go ahead and do the exact same steps on the passenger side. Well, that concludes the installation. If you have any questions, call the experts or visit us online.